Hello, my name is Mackenzie and I'm autistic and an ADHDer. Welcome to my channel, Autistic Musings. On my channel, I spread autism awareness by defining autistic terms, by giving uniquely neurodivergent solutions to neurodivergent problems, and by sharing my own personal experience as an autistic person. Now, today I'll be talking about communicating with autistic people and what are some tips to help your message get across in an effective way. Welcome back, everyone. I'm so happy that all my returning viewers have come back and decided to join me again. I'm just so happy to have repeats. And to all my newcomers, welcome. Thank you for clicking on my channel. I hope you stick around. So first of all, I'd like to give some shout outs to a couple of my viewers who had some major commitment and sat there and watched a whole hour of me talking about the DSM and the technical terminology behind the diagnostic criteria, and sat through that and watched me. I am just so impressed with you guys and so thankful that you have decided to watch my channel and sat there through that again. Thank you. So the people that I'm giving a shout out to are Neurodimensions, definitely a returning viewer, always says nice things, and special interest is Autism, and thank you for watching my channel. Jesse Richards, a new name that I saw recently. They sat through and watched my channel as well during that long video. First time I've seen your name and this is the video you chose. Commitment. Thank you. Zahara Steele, she didn't make it through all the videos, she fell asleep, but I understand it was a very technical one. I'm still going to give her a shout out. Then there was also Artemidas Sidecross, a new one, an older autistic person who has just put delightful comments and thoughtful ones down on my channel. Really appreciate you. And Philip Swan, you didn't watch this, but you're one of my favorite fans, so I'm still going to give you a shout out, and you always have nice things to say. And then finally, my sister, who is just amazing and watches every video that I do, because she's a wonderful sister. Now moving on to the topic of the day, tips on how to communicate with an autistic person. First of all, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but if you've met an autistic person, they're pretty freaking direct. We're very direct individuals usually. We're very literal thinkers, is the general gist of that. And what that means is often if you use things like euphemisms, slang, and saying something but meaning something else in the non-literal sense tends to trip us up, and we'll focus on that one thing during the conversation that we didn't understand and we can't move on. That's one thing that can happen. One, we just don't understand your message or meaning. This is what we call neurotypicals. Use a lot of subtext in especially America. It's different culturally, language-wise. I've seen people from other countries that are much more direct than America. So direct is good in a blunt, kind way. You can be blunt and kind at the same time. What do I mean by that? So when I speak, I don't have any subtext in the way I'm talking. Like, there's not a lot of hidden meanings there. Even when I'm doing something like a joke, I'm doing observational humor. I'm just smiling at something that I observed, and you guys just start laughing, and I don't know what was funny. I just told the truth. Stuff like that. Okay, but particularly with autistic people, it's really important to be direct with things like what you want, what you need. Like, you literally should, if you can, state, I need this from you, or I would like you to do this. Often people will do stuff like, don't do that, or that's not okay. Stuff that is generally stating negative things, like it's not appropriate to do that, but rarely will people specifically say what they would like you to do, or what they need, or specifically state their feelings. Like, this is just a general tip for humans. None of us are mind readers. None of us. But for autistic people, it's especially true. We might not pick up on the social cues. We might not pick up on the implications that you're making, because generally, socially, for some reason, in America, I say America because some cultures are more direct than America, you don't necessarily say exactly what you would like the other person to do or what you expect of them. You'll kind of beat around the bush. Yeah, I just used a metaphor. You won't directly say what you mean. You'll kind of push somebody in the direction. Be like, say somebody's leaving for a party and you'd like them to stay a little bit longer because you really like hanging out with them. You might say something like, I really liked hanging out with you. Here, would you like another drink? Would you like that? Can you want to do that? Like, you'll kind of be like, not necessarily stating what you want. You'll be going around the issue rather than saying, hey, I really like hanging out with you and I really want you to stay so I can hang out with you longer. No one states it that way, except for autistic people. Stuff like that, like being indirect with your needs and your wants, is a relationship killer, as far as I'm concerned, especially with the way I communicate. I really need somebody to say, I want this, I need this, or I would like you to do this. Having something like that, or some type of talk like that, is openly talking about your feelings and directly stating what you feel, what you'd like the other person to do, how I can help you. Like, all of those things are necessary for any messages to get across with me. I will not get the subtle subtext of stating things and expecting me to have some kind of reaction if it's a subtext thing. Like, you're not going to get anything from me. I'm going to completely miss the hint you're trying to say if you're not being direct with me. I usually only get the hints when I've already previously failed to get them 100 times. And eventually, after being in this situation so many times, I realized where the failure went, because I've done this over and over again, and I've finally isolated the variable that got me in trouble. Like not being able to keep secrets, not knowing what a private conversation means, and you don't share it in public context, stuff like that. I didn't get that right away. I failed a million times to understand it, and then I understood. It's better just to tell me, hey, I don't want you to talk about this with other people. Hey, okay, got it. I won't. Okay, I didn't know that. Cool. This looks like an odd interaction for a lot of people, but it's more effective with autistic people. It doesn't mean you need to be unkind. No, still use a kind tone of voice. Still say it nicely, but be more blunt. Be direct. Don't expect us to read your mind, even a little bit. You absolutely have to state your feelings openly and honestly like an adult. There's no way around it with us. And only the most emotionally aware of us and the people with the most experience with people, probably the extroverted autistic people, are going to pick up on those. And it's just better to state it directly. Just be direct. That's my conclusion to this. State your wants and needs directly. Maybe I was a little bit frustrated today about subtext, and perhaps that's why I went on a rant. I'm not good with it. I struggle with it. A lot of autistic people do. If you just state it directly, we're far more likely to respond in a way that's empathetic. Often I got in trouble in relationships for being very unempathetic when I didn't know anything was wrong in the first place because I missed the subtext. They were trying to tell me they were upset. They were trying to say this, this, and this. But I missed all the social cues and the nonverbal cues that were going on in their face and what they were saying. So I ended up being unempathetic when I wasn't even aware they were upset. So yeah. Just say I want, just say I feel like this, and the autistic person you're communicating with will have a different reaction than if you try to do subtext and say things indirectly like, I've really had a hard day, and then you slowly get irritated with every moment because you're short that day. Saying instead, hey, I'm having a really bad day. I might be a little bit short and irritated. It's nothing you're doing. I'm just in a crabby mood. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Things like that. I hope this was helpful to some of you. I hope it was understandable. It's a lot about just being direct and open and honest about your feelings. It'll help in every relationship, not just with autistic people. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you come back next week. And again, thank you to all my viewers that stayed during that long video. Bye. Dear. And this is my YouTube channel, Autistic Musings. On my channel, I spread autism awareness. Oh my God, the thing's tilting. Oh my God! Ugh. Okay.